My wife, last year, I think it was last year, not this year's October, the last October, she planned a surprise birthday party for me. Huge, okay, event. It was supposed to be 100 people and fucking burlesque dancers. And then Geraldo passed away. On the night that the party was supposed to take place. So she had
that was his wake. Oh, right. Okay,
she had to cancel it and make it, you know, literally at the last second, rearrange everything and make it into a small restaurant. And she could only afford a couple, you know, like a small amount of people.
She wanted to roast you. She wanted us to go up and roast you a little bit and fuck with you.
It was going to be huge, a huge event. And she told all my friends. Patrice called me up days before, 2 days before the party, and went, Bobby. And I was like, what's up? He goes, I got to tell you something, man. And I'm like, what's up, man? He goes, you know your wife's planning a surprise party for you, right? And I'm like, what?
What the fuck?
And he goes, I just want to let you know, man, because I don't like surprises. He goes, I don't know if you like surprises like that. I don't know if you like that type of shit, so... and I go, maybe you should have opened with, do you like surprises? And I would have said, yes, I love fucking surprises. I'm a lonely piece of shit. I love surprises.
He was looking out for you.
I fucking knew you knew.
I
fucking knew you knew when you walked in. I was like, he's not surprised. It was
whoa, what a surprise!
Timmy was one of my first white friends, like, in my life, man. He was a good dude, too. He moved to Silver Spring from Utah, of all places. I guess his family was affiliated with that Mormon church they got down there. And me and him used to hang out. And one day I was at his house, we were just hanging out, and Timmy says, Dave, why don't you stay for dinner tonight? I said, oh, man, I'd love to, but I can't. If I'm not home before dark, my mother will kill me. That was a lie. My mother had several jobs. I hadn't seen her in like 3 or 4 days. And the only reason I lied to Timmy was because at that point in my life, it was my experience that white dinner wasn't delicious. I'd rather go home and fry some bologna or some shit like that. But then old Timmy threw me a curveball I wasn't expecting. He said, it's too bad you can't stay, Dave, because Mom made stovetop stuffing. I said, what the fuck, stovetop? Well, hold on, nigga, let me make some phone calls real quick. I had seen that commercial so many times, I had dreamt of getting my hands on some of that stovetop stuffing. And finally, I met a motherfucker that actually had a box of stovetop in the house. I couldn't miss this opportunity, so I pretended to call my mother. And then I came back and I said, Timmy, you're not gonna believe this great news. Mom said I can stay. And he said, fantastic. He said, why don't you come with me and we'll help set the table and then we can say the blessing. I had no interest in setting this motherfucker's table or saying these crazy ass Mormon prayers. I just wanted that goddamn stuffing. So I told Timmy, I said, you know what, I'd love to help, but let me go wash my hands first. My plan was simple. Wash my hands slowly, and by the time I'm done, the table will be set, the blessing will be said, and all that there will be left to do is eat. Went to the bathroom. I washed my hands very slowly. I must have been in there for about 10 minutes. And suddenly, one of his mothers came to the door. She was like, hi, David, right? I said, yes, ma'am. She said, Timmy tells me that you're planning on staying for dinner. I said, I hope that's not a problem, ma'am. She says, no, it's no problem. In fact, we'd love to have you. It's just that we weren't expecting company. And I'm afraid there's not enough stovetop stuffing for everybody. So I kicked her in the pussy. Bam! Ladies and gentlemen, I told you I'm dope, nigga. I told you what I was gonna say and you still didn't see it coming. And that's why I make the big bucks.
I remember we took some mushrooms one time to a party in high school, because I grew up in an area where you could just get mushrooms. I mean, psychedelic mushrooms grew on everything. They grew on your fucking cousin's back if you took a long enough nap, you know? And you could.
Where'd you grow up?
In Louisiana.
They grew everywhere out there?
Oh, they grew everywhere because everybody had something shitting in their yard, and then it would rain every single day for about a half hour, right?
Wow.
So it was just, I mean, you see people picking them and eating them, and families out there enjoying them in the afternoon. I mean, it was, everybody
Really?
it was psychedelic heaven. So no, I took that bag of mushrooms to that party,
right,
and a bunch of people ate them who'd never had them before.
Uh-oh.
And then we played a game of hide and go seek, right? I was like,
oh no,
oh, dude.
You hide in another dimension.
I was like, I'll count. You guys go hide, right?
Oh no.
And I never went to fucking look for them. That was the end of that, bro. This boy Timothy, I never seen that dude again.
You're a celebrity of any sort, people want things from you, especially terminally ill children. So anyways, there was a Make-A-Wish foundation, and this child wanted to come to SNL.
Natural.
And watch me throughout the week and see how an idea became a sketch. So I said, okay, that's a wonderful idea. And I talked to him at his bedside, and I got everybody else to scram, you know. And I was saying how touched I was that he wanted to do that. And then he said, I don't want to do that. I just made that up. I haven't liked SNL since Bill Murray left. So I said, well, what do you want me for? He said, well, do you have your Canadian citizenship still? And I said, yes, I'm Canadian, you know. And he said, well, that helps my wish. My wish is to kill a baby seal. So we took him, you know, me and my buddy. We went to Gander, Newfoundland, where we got the services of Edward McClintock, a cod fisherman. And he took us to the flow, and we found you know, and the boy had a terrible cough, you know, and Edward McClintock said he's not going to make it through the North Atlantic. And I said, but his final wish, you know. But I worried about the boy, you know. So many pills. But I tried to entertain him. We would sit and we'd look. The sky is so beautiful and limitless when you get to these super northern places. And we'd look at the clouds, the boy and I, and we try to find figures in them, you know, like I go, that cloud looks like a half-eaten pickle. The boy had not learned that life was about food yet. So he saw other things, you know, he would go, look, there's a man with a beard, and I'd say, I don't see it. And he'd go, wait, see where that's his mouth, and then that's his chin. I go, yes, it is a man with a beard. Right, you are. And, you know, and I go, what about that one? It's an alligator. He go, I see this, it's an alligator. So we both saw an alligator, and on it went. So finally, we get to we hear the odd noise I'd never heard, and Edward McClintock said, harp seal. Yeah. Baby harp. So we said, oh, God, thank God, because it was getting, we'd been on the sea for a couple of days. And we go, and then we heard gunshots. And Edward McClintock said, damn punks from St. John's with their revolvers. That's not how you kill a seal. And we said, well, how do you kill it? And he produced a rucksack and out of the rucksack was this medieval-looking sort of thing. It was called a hack-a-pick. Hack-a-pick. And Edward McClintock gave instructions to the boy, and he said, a seal's skull is as thin as a shadow by. Strike him with this hack-a-pick directly above the eyes, and watch as they go glassy. So the boy ran away. No, he didn't run away, man. He ran toward the
harp seal.
Toward the baby harp. And me and Edward McClintock and my buddy stood there, and he had such strength suddenly, this child, and he struck as hard as he could, and the blood came out. It was so red with the white behind it, just this fountain of blood. Most of it hit the boy's face and within his mouth, and it was almost like the life of the seal itself was transferring to the child. And then me and my friend and Edward McClintock, we just stood and watched this wicked miracle unfold.
In the darkness of the night, a flicker starts to glow. A beacon in the shadows, a light that starts to flow, illuminating pathways where once there was despair. In the depths of obscurity, hope begins to flare. Like a flame in the wind, I ignite from within, casting rays of brilliance, banishing the din. With each step I take, I brighten up the way. In the realm of shadows, I become the day. I'm the light in the darkness, the spark in the night, guiding lost souls towards the morning light. Through the tunnels of uncertainty, I'll be the guide. For I am the bearer of hope, in me dreams reside. In the labyrinth of life, where shadows dance and play, I'm the ray of sunshine, turning night into day. With every glimmer I cast, I unveil the unseen. In the tapestry of existence, I'm the golden sheen. From the darkest corners to the highest peak, I'm the radiant glow that even shadows seek. With every flicker, every beam I emit, I dispel the darkness, I never submit. I'm the light in the darkness, the spark in the night, guiding lost souls towards the morning light. Through the tunnels of uncertainty, I'll be the guide. For I am the bearer of hope, in me dreams reside. In the symphony of life, I'm the crescendo's rise. In the canvas of the universe, I paint the skies. So let the darkness tremble, let the shadows flee. For in the heart of radiance, I'll always be. I'm the light in the darkness, the spark in the night, guiding lost souls towards the morning light.
And on our way back, we were all depressed and we couldn't get the image out of our mind, except for the boy who sang gay songs. I gave him his pills, he threw them in the North Atlantic. He didn't want the pills. And we went back, and a miracle had happened. The boy was free of his disease. It was like it was in the New York newspapers at the time. This was about 18 years ago. And he got a small measure of fame for it, and he got to go to Gracie Mansion, and he met the mayor, and he was on the Donahue program.
Cured.
Phil Donahue program. Cured. Yeah, there were other people with him that had been cured and so forth. He didn't. It remained a secret of how he was cured. But and it was barely mentioned a year later when he was struck by a city bus and killed. So anyways,
that's